Hi, my name is Antonis and I am the painter of this video. For today's video I have something different and maybe unexpected for you. I decided to paint a portrait of Virgin Mary, a study originally painted by Correggio in Italy, painted with oil as my medium. It's been many years since I've painted with this medium. Back in 1997 and 98 when I was painting at the Athens School of Fine Arts, and since then I haven't used that medium, but I really wanted to give it a try again and see what I can learn out of using this new for me medium. Oil is a means of painting invented in the northern European countries during the Renaissance period, and from there spread all over Europe. It's a medium that many artists are fearful to use, as I have been for many years, but I think it's always nice to give things a try and without fear and without any doubt to experiment and play with materials. I will not stay much in the process of painting. You can see that this video is pretty much on high speed. It's just I will talk more about my general experience about using this medium and how it compares to painting with tempera and specifically with egg tempera. So as you see here, I'm the main idea when you paint in oil, I think it's to blend the colors while they are still wet, and that's the main advantage of oil, the fact that it dries very slowly, much slower than a tempera medium, and this permits the painter to blend the colors together. That means that when you use oil to paint, you don't paint in layers as when you paint in tempera, but you have to blend them right then and there. You have to make the blending and if possible to finish the painting in one layer. So it's the concept is very different. In a way you move the color on the board when you paint with oil, and when you paint in tempera you just add layers of paint. Here now you see me adding a second layer, and this is some days after the first layer has dried. So you cannot really add a second layer unless the first layer underneath is dry. So it's also a time consuming process, since it's not as direct as when we paint with tempera, but you get results that they are very nice and different, I would say, than those you get from using tempera. I think I will get into more technical details and conclusions about using this medium later, when I've more experience, and when I will have more material to upload and show you. Overall, it seemed a process visually very rewarding, I would say, but also a little bit more chaotic and for me different. It was really hard for me to adapt to this idea of blending colors while they are still wet, and moving them around to achieve this blending, instead of painting on the tip of the brush and in layers to achieve the blending. But I saw some results that I just couldn't believe that came out of my brush. They were very similar to those painted results I've seen in many Renaissance paintings, and I was like, I had those aha moments where I would say, so this is how Correggio, let's say, achieved this beautiful effect. Of course, this is, as I always say in my videos, this is just a study and a shadow of the actual painting by the master that I study. As always, it's just an attempt to not to surpass, of course, these unbelievable, amazing artists, but to see if we can learn something and become better as artists and as painters more specifically. I'm always admiring those artists, and to me some of their work seems unbelievable, and I still wonder, even after having painted these studies, how they have managed to paint in such such a rich and beautiful way. And it saddens me thinking that I will probably never achieve such an artistic level. But on the other hand, as I say, we're not here to become the best painters ever, or to be as fantastic as those old masters. That was a different period in the history of art. We're here to paint and have a creative time in our studio, and that's all. So I hope this video will encourage you to start and experiment a little bit with this medium if you haven't yet. I think it really worth your time and your effort. So I hope this video will be of some inspiration to you. If you find this content helpful and inspiring, please consider subscribing. More videos on tempera and oil techniques are about to be uploaded. And it's always very nice for me and rewarding to see that many of you progress and become better iconographers, better artists, better painters. This Virgin Mary comes about very nice, and at this point I remember enjoying these beautiful green, blue middle tones on her face. Oil is a medium that has, of course, many difficulties, many secrets, and one of the main things that um, I remember when learning about this technique, this medium, is that you have to paint from thin. The first layers should be thin, without much linseed oil or any kind of oil. And as you progress and you move on, you have to add more and more oil in your pigment. The tubes of color that we buy when we paint in oil are a little bit different than the other stuff, the other colors, in terms of they are already mixed with oil, and even if you say make them thinner with turpentine or some spirits, then it's okay. You can paint without adding any more medium. In future videos, I will be more specific, and I will talk in more detail about the technical aspects of painting with oil. I just wanted to share with you this attempt, and to introduce this medium in my channel. I hope that you will find this interesting and rewarding, inspiring to start looking oil paintings uh, as having a potential to become your next painting, your next study. I'll just say that the brushes are different in this case. They should be a little bit harder and more able to move color around, as I said that we do when painting in oil. So this is for the most part the final result of this Virgin Mary by Correggio. I would like to thank you for being here, for subscribing to my channel. If you find this interesting, please consider subscribing. And it's always amazing if somebody decides to support me financially in patreon.com. Thank you all so much for being here. Feel free to ask your questions and comment, and I will see you again with another tutorial soon. Bye.